Alright, so made it here. Community aid, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. It's in like the Harrisburg area. Oh, look at this car. So that's my ideal van, the Sprinter Mercedes-Benz. But I don't think I have like 60 grand or whatever it costs for that. From what my experience is the Sprinter by Mercedes is supposed to be the best one, or the most reputable one, followed by the Dodge ProMaster. I don't like the way the Dodge ProMasters look, so I don't think I'll be buying a Dodge, but who knows. I do like the newer looking Fords, but it still doesn't really, I don't know. I think the older Chevys, the older Fords look better than the new Fords. The one's kind of like a squarish front. Everyone's getting out for the thrift store. I'm now kind of salty because I had to stand out there for 23 minutes. Alright, take two. Salvation Army, family store. Just went to the community aid thrift store and forgot the camera. Didn't really find much, but second store. Here we are. Alright, in the clothes section. So blue tag's not on sale. Unfortunately, this one right here, she's a blue tag. $4.99, so it's $5. But that's really cool. Okay, so here's the video game section, since I know a lot of people like to look at the video games. Jeopardy, Madden, and MLB. So usually they're always sports games. It's computer software, computer game. They're usually all sports games and like rock band. So sports, rock band, sports, sports. Now, like literally all these are all sports. And all these, and these, and these. So, sports games, if you guys are new, this one looks kind of interesting. I have to look that up. Sports games are like the hardest ones to sell, if at all. I just like kind of bundle them together and try to sell them at the flea market, and even then they don't sell. So, sometimes it's better to just give them the old toss or put them into storage. One of these Major League Baseball games had first person from the 2K series. I know the football, I don't know which one it was, had first person football. It was really cool, and they put it for the baseball game, and it was terrible. But, yep. Oh. Got an older Tonka, 1979. Stickers are kind of coming off on that. If that was more steel-like, I'd probably pick it up. I know this one's seen, it's not too bad. I might pass on that. If it was more metal, or if it was a larger one, I'd definitely grab it for him. He's probably watching this right now, like, I wish you picked that up. It happens, man. Here are the sports equipment. With constant changes in league rules. So this is approved for playing Little League, 1992 maybe. Constant changes. Constant changes. This one is chipped. Yep. And then when they do change, if you find a newer style bat in terms of a bat that was used for approved play, a bat that you can use in approved play, even if it's a junk model, it'll still sell, just because it's impossible to find baseball bats that are approved for that season. And then the older ones become pretty much worthless. So I know Beezers, BESR, those are pretty much worthless now because you can't use them in anything, college, high school, or anything. In the furniture section, we have this nice like chest kind of thing. It's even open? It does open. Looks a little homemade. It's $30. Then we have this one looks kind of familiar, bar stool. I picked up a white one in the trash. I think it sold for like $3 or $5. They are made in China. It's not vintage, but I think I picked up the exact same one, just in white, a while back. It's got to be like 6-8 months ago. They want 20 here. Just a little spot in the furniture section. We have a quilt rack. I come across these all the time in the trash. $8. So I usually get 5 for them. So I guess that's pretty competitive in pricing. It's always good to reassure yourself. Always with the hearts. I always find the ones with the hearts. It's always good to reassure yourself. It's a nice vintage Formica table. 60. Very, very cool. Not seeing much. Not seeing much. Got some silver plate down here. Maybe. I don't know if that is silver plate. Looks like on the top, but on the bottom it's... Never know what might fall through the cracks around here. It's kind of interesting. Alright. I think I see a really cool hat. Don't know if it's a snapback. It looks old. It's a Velcro back. That's kind of cool though. I think they're only $1. $1 here. I don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. No, we don't got prices. We do not have prices over here. We have a BMW hat, which sometimes get good money, but I'm going to pass on that. Probably making a mistake. Let's see what we got over here. 1989 Can-Am football. Never heard of this, so I'm going to hold on to that. Got a wrestling hat. What else we got? Greenbrier Country Club. That's going to wrap it up for hats. So I found this really interesting shirt. I guess it's from 1987. Walt Disney World. It's kind of like a vintage, it feels vintage. It's not like that new repurposed stuff. It's made in USA. This is the vintage Disney tag. So I would definitely assume if it says 87, I don't think that's Gronk. Rob Gronkowski. I think he's number 87. I don't think this is his t-shirt. I think this is probably the year the shirt was made or sold. That's my hypothesis on this one, but vintage Disney is always great to pick up. I picked up a vintage Disney t-shirt a while back, and I threw it on Etsy for like $15, and it sold like within 25 seconds. And then the guy asked if he could cancel it. They asked if he can cancel it because it was the wrong size, so I canceled it, and I listed on eBay for I think 120, and then it sold in like 5 minutes. So fortunately, that guy canceling his order made me another $100. It was a shirt that just said like Disney. I just had the Walt Disney. I think it had Mickey Mouse and like Florida at the bottom. So it was something I would never really expect, but you never know with this Walt Disney stuff. Never know. Ooh, what we got here? It's Drew Bledsoe. That's a good one. Champion? No, Logo Athletic. It's got some stains up here, but for $3, I'll grab that. That's going to be a good filler jersey come football season. I'll probably get 20 or 25 for it, even with the stains. It's vintage, so 20 or 25, pay $3. You do have to wait, and obviously this, I don't know what's going to go on that, but good scores, good scores. Okay, so here we are, recap of the thrift store video. We got all sorts of stuff. We got hats, cast iron, we got some baseball gloves, and a lot of clothes. As I've always said, the Harrisburg trip always brings in a good amount of stuff. I thought I had a stain there. There might even be a little stain there, but Harrisburg trip always brings in good stuff. I didn't find something really crazy this time like I did a couple weeks back, but we'll go through this, and as always, I don't sell everything. I tried to sell everything, but everything won't sell. I'm going to have some things here that I'll have probably next year or 2 years from now. It's part of the business, and it's definitely part of the business of selling clothes. A lot of people, it turns people off because of the amount of inventory you accumulate, because some of this stuff is very, very slow movers. Now, we'll go through it, and I'll try and make this very, very quick. We have this nice vintage 1999 Mark McGuire t-shirt. ECU, we have a Star Wars, a Stanford, very, very good school to sell. Very, very nice stuff. Awesome 1993 Phillies t-shirt. I unfortunately am not a Phillies fan, but that's a very, very cool design. We have a University of Tennessee. We have that Drew Bledsoe logo athletic jersey. Couple stains on it, but I've actually sold the same exact jersey before, and I think I got 25 bucks in much better shape. I expect to get 15 or 20 come football season for this. We have a Cubs t-shirt. We have a vintage Nike t-shirt. Walt Disney World, University of Pittsburgh, Westchester. Awesome vintage Purdue football jersey shirt. This is mesh, very, very cool. Lehigh University. We have an Auburn t-shirt. One thing that I don't buy a lot of is Naval Academy stuff. I feel like whenever you type in Navy sweatshirt online or U.S. Navy, you get so much stuff. It's very, very hard to sell. It's just because Navy is not only a school, a military service, but it's also a color. So it's kind of hard to sell this stuff just based off of the searching aspect of it. University of Chicago, we have vintage Green Bay, Duke, Iowa State, Duke again. This awesome vintage Pittsburgh Steelers sweatshirt, 1995. Nebraska vintage, Penn State, Nike. This Tweety Bird sweatshirt, which I found in the women's section. It is a unisex adult size. Looney Tunes, for some reason, does sell. Marine Corps, we have a Penn State. Another vintage Notre Dame. Another Mickey. Eagles, and Pittsburgh Steelers, and another Eagles. Going into sporting equipment, a lot of people have asked me if I can go over more of sporting equipment and stuff like that. For Rawlings baseball gloves, for baseball gloves, really just look for leather baseball gloves. And then pretty much off of that, you can kind of search the number on each glove. This is a first baseman glove. It's a left-handed throw. If you guys are new to sports, this is a first baseman glove, and you would generally say this is a LHT for left-handed thrower. This is also a first baseman glove. Cooper used to make a lot of hockey gear in the 80s, I'm pretty certain. I think that was the year. So this is vintage. This is actually a softball glove. But it's also leather. These aren't professional models. These are just good overall gloves. They're not your cheap model, but they're not your professional model. I'll probably get 25, 30 for this, and probably 30 or 35 for this. They both were on sale, so they're $5. They're half off. $10, $5 a piece. We have this skillet. This is an Erie, which is pre-Griswold. I'm pretty certain it's pre-Griswold, so it's before Griswold. For collectors, Erie generally brings a little bit more money than Griswold, from my opinion, my personal experience as well. Your average collector, Griswold might pay more because people know the Griswold name. I don't know if Erie turned into Griswold. I think Griswold is made in Erie, Pennsylvania, but I'm not certain if Erie then turned into Griswold pans. So this is pre-Griswold, and I remember I went to a thrift store before, I went to a thrift store before, like 2 or 3 years ago, and I found a Griswold pan and an Erie pan. I bought the Griswold pan, I brought it home, I typed in Erie online because I didn't know the difference in terms of that was a good brand, and I found out the Erie pan was worth more than the Griswold, same size pretty much. Obviously they all have different numbers, and I went back and bought the Erie pan. I sold the Erie pan for I think 85 or 90, and the Griswold for like 45 bucks or 50 bucks. Very similar condition. For some reason, the one pan definitely seems to bring more money from my experience. I know I did a clean out at an auction, storage auction, and there was a Wagner skillet in there, a Wagner skillet inside one of the boxes. And a lot of people said, oh, Wagner's a great brand, you get 10, 15, 20 bucks for it. I think it was like a $6 or $7 pan. Usually Wagner, I just bring to the flea market. I haven't really ever sold a Wagner for more than 25 online. It's kind of lower end than Griswold, but it's still higher than Lodge or, you know, a No Name or a Made in Taiwan or Made in China. So, you know, there's different names and seems to be a collector item, kind of like longer burger baskets. I mean, baskets are baskets, just like skillets are skillets. Seems to be a collector item. You gotta have the right name, and names definitely sell. So, Wagner, Erie, Griswold, bunch of names that are good sellers. There's a couple other ones, smaller name brands. I'm not an expert in skillets or in cast iron. We have a straw kind of style baseball hat. The brand on this actually make a lot of Western style hats. I guess should be cowboy hats or straw hats. This is their baseball hat style hat. Yale University, snapback, vintage. Hard to find. This kind of like block font, very hot. And we have an NBC Sports hat. Overall, a great day. Now I have everything everywhere. Just everything's everywhere. Didn't pick up any glassware today. I know I have some glassware over there that's from a couple weeks prior. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you guys want to see more thrift store videos, definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, have a great day. Keep living the dream. Peace.